Hey, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Pippi Peterson. Well, I am starting my journey to Oregon. This was planned about 2 weeks ago. Well, no, it was planned to begin like 2 weeks ago. But unfortunately, if you've been following, my beloved baby boy transitioned into non-physical and screwed up the whole schedule. We were going to take the RV, and I was just so excited to let him lay in the cool, thick green grass, and so it's a little hard. It's hard also because it's still very raw. So the interesting thing is, 1 week before we were scheduled to go, I said to him, andiamo, and I know he understands, we've got our own way of communicating. I was like, andiamo, do you want to go to Oregon? And normally he would be so excited, and for the whole week he'd probably be bouncing around. And he did his thing when he doesn't want something. He put his head down and then put it to the side. And that was so shocking to me. And this was right when he was beginning to start all the vomiting stage. And so I was a little worried, and I said, okay, we can wait. He knew all this was going to happen before me. But the show goes on. Afterwards, I had about a week to kind of grieve and, just get a grasp on it all. We're leaving, I'm leaving, and I'm deciding to drive my car because I don't know, I kind of wanted to have all the fun and comfort for him, And plus, I'm not going to be gone for as long as I was planning to. So anyway, zipping up to Oregon, on the road now, and gonna have to get a hotel tonight and then make it to my cousin's place tomorrow. So anyway, stay tuned. Well, I've been driving for a while, and I need juice. I feel like I'm needing some fruit. So I drove by a sign that said Winco, and I'm like, yeah, Winco, that's my favorite store anyway. So I'm gonna go get some juice. I think I need some vitamin C. Hopefully this will be good. Oh, let me check the date. I always like to get the newest dates. If you haven't been to Winco, they have this really cool bulk food section, and there's a ton of stuff. And I'm feeling like I need to get some kind of chocolate, something chocolate. These are chocolate and coconut. I might try that.
288. Key in the items code and touch enter. Plus I-20
Alright, back on the road. Now that I got my loot. Totally needed vitamin C. So I finally started playing the audiobook that I got. This is the first time I ever got an audiobook. I got it from the library. And it is Ken Follett or whatever. He has a trilogy. It's called the World Trilogy. And this is the second one. It's called Winter of the World. It's 34 hours of audiobook. So that's perfect. And I have read the first one when it came out in 2010, I think. I think that's when it came out. And I was really anticipating the second one because the first one was so good. So it's been pretty exciting to get the second one going. And I even checked out the book format as well. So when I'm not driving, if I don't finish it while driving, I can, read it. So anyway, it's kind of funny because so I've never listened to an audiobook, and because there's so many characters and names and German names, and you really need to distinguish them in your head, I I feel like I am constantly having to pay attention, and it's almost like a meditation. And it's so funny because, you know, regarding certain large events in my life and doing the video for that, I was also saying then that it felt like a huge meditation. So I don't know if the universe is like, you need to meditate. But anyway, so I'm excited to be doing that, and finished my juice, had some chocolate and coconut, and ready to keep listening. Sunset view of whatever's left of the sunset, and then here it is. It's a Motel 6. Look, it's got I bet that's the same kind of flooring that I have. So hi, getting gas at the Flying J in Stockton, California. I got up at about probably like 7:45 and just hurried on out the door. So after I get gas, I'm gonna go over to Safeway and get more juice. And I love to drink juice, and I don't know, something to eat too. We are at Safeway. It's kind of nice to get off the highway a little bit. It's pretty calm around here. Oh my God, they have plants that are blooming here. This is so cool. There's these white ones, and then there's purple ones over here. That can't be like some tractor vehicle. Well, not having a being in my life that I need to take care of, I have begun to see new freedoms and new like opportunities in my life. I'm not going out looking for them, but I've had a couple inspirations, and so I've been listening to those inspirations. And for the longest time, I haven't really been able to do some international traveling like I used to. And actually, when Andiamo passed away, I kind of felt like I lost a bit of my purpose. And so I had already started a bucket list. And if you don't know what a bucket list, it's a list of all the things you want to do before you die. And I had previously started that, I don't know, years back. And, you know, I kind of revisited that. And I was surprised to see that actually I had completed some. Like, for example, swimming with the pigs in the Bahamas, you know, at Pig Island or whatever. So anyway, I revisited the bucket list, and I put down a couple things that I knew were new. And one of those things was volunteering at an elephant refuge, either in Africa or maybe India. And also visiting Africa and India, two places I've never been that I just definitely have to go. So, anyway, I'm still simmering everything. I'm not making plans. Maybe I'll start some research, but I think I'm going to use this opportunity right now where I'm completely free of big ties to go out and accomplish some of the things on my bucket list. Anyway, when I remember when I was writing the bucket list, I don't know if it was in the beginning or if it was like later, I I added things on there that I had actually already completed that, you know, maybe should have been on a bucket list if I had one before I completed them. So anyway, that's kind of cool. I definitely have more that I've completed than what I want to do. But I think the bucket list will continue to grow. Actually, just thinking about it, I've got a couple new items. Anyway, if you want to see my bucket list and the things that I've already completed, plus that I want to still do before I die, you can check that out on my blog at pippenings.com. So go to the blog section. There's a if you haven't been there, you go to pippenings.com and there's the home page, and then you can either go to the blog, which is more like articles and, you know, me writing, and or you can go to the forum, the RV Living Forum, where, you know, there's a ton of discussions going on. So those are two different aspects of the website right now. Anyway, go to the blog and check out my bucket list, and I'd love to hear some things. You know, you can comment on there, like what some of your bucket list items are, and I'd love to hear and share.
If he was caught entering the country illegally,
So I'm just going through the Shasta Mountain Recreation Area. They got the lake and the mountain and just a lot of beautiful scenery. And I have heard that there is an abundance of UFO sightings around and above Mount Shasta. So anyway, there's a lot of mountains around here. I'm not sure which one's Mount Shasta, but I'm like totally keeping my eyes peeled. If you haven't figured it out yet, I love UFOs and aliens and all that sort of stuff. Okay, scratch that. I think I found Mount Shasta. Unfortunately, it's a little hidden, but you can see the base of the mountain and the snow on it, and then the clouds cover it up. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. Lunch in Ashland. Signs are finally saying Portland. Must be getting close. Somebody's filling up my gas for me. It's so weird. I haven't driven in Oregon for several years and kind of forget that you don't pump your own gas here. Well, I finally made it to my cousin's house. Oh my god, she lives like way out in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me on my trip to Oregon, and stay tuned if you want to meet some family members and see what else I'm going to be up to for the next few weeks. By the way, check out my RV Living Forum at pippenings.com. My blog is there as well. And please like and share, and get your Keep It Simple bumper sticker. Thanks, I'll see you next time.